Good morning. I'm Dr. Kantha Samararatna. I'm the Deputy Regional Director of Health Services in Goal. So today we are going to discuss about the financial management during post-internship. Some of you will appointed as a head of the institutions like MOHs or MOICs. MOIC means medical officer in charge. Even though your designated post is medical officer, sometimes you have to cover up MOIC post. So let's see the objectives. Our objectives are the brief description of government service and what is the extra duty and what is overtime, what is the difference between that, and some allowances like compact allowances and how to claim the PH and Sundays, how to get your arrears in your salary, and the basic things you have to know about the petty cash, pool money, and purchasing, how to purchase something in your institution. So how to handle the government income. Those are the main objectives in our presentation. Let's go. So we all are government servants. In our country constitution, chapter 9 describes the government service. Discipline is a fundamental thing in government service. So what is discipline in the government regarding the government servant? So actually the discipline is defined as expected behavior under normal circumstances. So the immediate question is, who expected? Actually the government expected. So what is the expected behavior? So where is it? How can we find it? Let's see. Do you know what is the expected behavior from you? Government expected behavior in under normal circumstances. As a government service, government servant, government officer, you have to know that. It is written in our medical service minute. So did anyone read that? So I invite you, please read that. This is the high time to read that. So you can download it from the GMOA website in both Sinhala and English medium. Please read it out and then you know what is expected from you, what is government expected from you as a medical officer. So you have to work according to the service minute. Yes. At the same time, you have to work as a government servant also. So we have to work according to the E-code. E-code means establishment code and the financial regulations. We cannot neglect those regulations. So not only the E-code and the financial regulations, you have to obey the ministers, health secretary's circulars, the provincial health secretary's circulars, and other guidelines, protocols. So a lot of things you have to consider when you are going to work. The E-code and the financial regulations, the fundamental thing. It's mandatory, even though you are like or not, you have to obey that regulations. It is clearly mentioned in the E-code chapter 47, the adherence to the establishment code, financial regulations and other provisions. All public officers shall adhere to the provisions of the establishment code and the financial regulations and amendments made to them from time to time. Public administration and treasury circulars issued from the time to time, and circulars, regulations, standing orders, a lot of things. You have to obey that. It is the law. So let's see what is the extra duty and overtime. Extra duty is a victory of a GMOA. It is exclusively for doctors. All others claim overtime. OT is claimed for your extra time, but extra duty is claimed for your extra work. Actually, the extra duty is not in the E-code. Let's see how to calculate the OT rate. Then you will understand that. OT rate is calculated by 1/8 of your daily salary. Then how to calculate the daily salary? It is calculated by the grade mid salary divided by 30. That means your grade mid salary divided by 240, then it's come the overtime rate, right? Then let's see how to calculate the extra duty rate. It is calculated by your grade mid salary divided by 79, almost 80. So that means extra duty rate is 3 times higher than the OT rate. In other words, extra duty 4 hours equal to 12 hours of OT hours. Both are quantified by hours. Yes, it's true, but the rate is 3 times higher than the OT rate. Regarding the extra duty allowance, please refer the General Circular number 1 to 19 2009 for more details. I will highlight some important things. You have to remember that. In order to claim extra duty, it is essential to work for minimum 6 hours duty, normal duty per day. So, it is mandatory to work 6-hour normal duty to claim the extra duty. Payable to minimum 1 hour and maximum 4 hours per day. For extra duty purposes, the working day is calculated as 12 midnight to 12 midnight. 12 midnight from today to 12 midnight in next day. The officers conducting clinics like MOHs, they can claim maximum 2 hours of extra duty per day. But due to the COVID-19 situation, that limitation is not there currently. Then other thing is the medical officers are entitled for extra duty for our work done in excess of 6 hours of public holidays and Sundays, apart from the 1/20th allowance claim for the working on Sundays and public holidays. Let's see the OT rates. Current rates are much more higher than the previous one. You can see there, so previously the preliminary grade medical officer get 335 rupees per hour. Now it's 687. Grade 2, you can claim the 796 per hour. Grade 1 officer, more than the 1000 rupees per hour. That's the achievement of the GMOA and our unity. Now we can claim something better OT rate. In addition to OT, if you work at outside of your allocated working place, that means like relief duty or some supervision duty, you can claim the compact allowance. The eligibility criteria for compact allowance are minimum more than 6 hour continuous duty should be performed outside the allocated place, and that place should be situated in the more than 4 kilometers away from your allocated working place. So if you spend more than 12 hours, as you see, you can claim 1000 rupees per day as a compact allowance. If you only spend more 6 hours, you can claim half of it. That means 500 rupees. If you spend 24 hours, you can claim, in addition to 1000, you can claim another 50% of that. That means 1500 per day. So this is the form you have to fill to claim the compact allowance. The number is general 177. The පොදු 177. You have to complete all the relevant details completely and correctly. And requesting operator should sign both places. ඉල්ලීම් කරන නිලධාරියාගේ අත්සන and the below there's another place to sign it is said you received that money. Then details of the voucher should be tally with your diary, details of the diary, and details of the running chart. It is mandatory. Otherwise, it's audit query. So please double check, triple check whether your claim form and diary and the running chart is all are tally with each other. That should be mentioned in front side of the form by subject clerk. Don't recommend until subject clerk is says whether yes, I checked with the diary and I checked with the running chart and all the claim form details are tally with both documents. Otherwise, you will be in trouble as a head of the institution. So, uh, the recommended that form should be recommended by the head of the institution. The head of the institution should sign and put an official stamp. Those are the very simple things, but always make those simple mistakes. Then your claim is getting delayed. The consequences of delay in claim we'll discuss in next few slides. So please do not do that. As a MOIC, as a MOH, you have to fill it out and you have to send it other forms also. So keep it in your mind. The major thing is, the main thing is that claim form should be tally with the diary and the running chart. Keep remember that. This is general 35 form, the Podu 35, the most commonly used form. We use this form to claim the PH and Sundays. So, it's the same as the Podu Ekasi Hatta, general 177, previous one. You have to sign prepared by place and the signature of the payee. The back side of the form there's a place for put a stamp, so please sign both places. Should be complete all the relevant details very correctly, then put your signature in both places. And this form also you have to double check with your diary and your running chart if necessary, right? Then that should be mentioned in front side of the form by the subject clerk. The same principles are applicable in Podu 35 and Podu 177. Then after that checking, you have to sign recommended as a head of the institution with your official stamp. Previously I said what happen if the claim is delayed. Your claim so it should be produced within 1 month of period. If it is delayed more than 1 month, 3% deduction is applied. If it is delayed more than 2 months, 5% deduction will apply. So more than 3 months, 12%. So more than 4 months, every month, 15% will deduct. So don't make any mistakes. It's a very simple form. You can prevent the unnecessary delay from your claim. Here I mentioned some basic allowances. You already know the debt allowances 35,000, telephone allowances 4,000. Then the language allowances, that the allowances you may miss in new place. So provide your certificates, educational certificates, and get that language allowance. Others are already you will get already you got those allowances. So keep remember the languages about the language allowances, then uh, you will not miss that. Okay, now we come to talk about the arrears. Due to various reason, we are getting late in our grade promotion, our salary conversions. So, I don't know why. I'm not going to comment on that, but if you got an arrears, the first thing is you have to make a request, then complete the document set, right? Complete your personal file, then the responsibilities goes to subject clerk, personal file subject clerk. That's the place establishment of new salary scale. After establishing that salary scale, the responsibilities goes to the account section. Then they have to calculate the arrears. After calculating that, the approval is done given by RDHS. They have to get the approval from RDHS. After getting the approval, payment will be done by accountant. So process is initiation with the request letter. So keep it in your mind, you have to make a request, otherwise your arrears getting delayed by delay, day by day delay. Okay, let's see the financial management as a MOIC or MOH, that means head of the institution. When you go there, you will get the petty cash book, Suluak Mudal Pota. That should be balanced daily basis. That balance money should be kept in the safe. This petty cash is given for you for the day-to-day maintenance work. There's a daily maximum limit for the petty cash expenditure. So you cannot exceed the limit, daily limit. So first of all, you have to get to know what is the daily limit from your institution. It is different from institution to institution. So get to know about that from the RDO accountant. So if you want to do something, if you want to expend your expenditures exceed the limit, daily limit, so what you can do is, the official way is, you can get the prior approval from the URD, right? That is the official way. The other way is, it is unofficial way, you can divide it in the expenditure into two bills, 2 different days, 2 or 3 different days, you can divide it into that, then you can purchase it and do the your maintenance work, right? Then we come to the fuel money. Keep remember, it is only for fuel, not for anything. Same as the petty cash, you should balance the daily basis. The balance money should kept in the safe. That government money you cannot keep with you. Remember that, right? Even though you are not spending, you cannot keep with you. Government balance money should always kept in the safe. Okay, let's come to the purchasing. If you want to purchase something, the first thing is you have to request for approval from the RDHS. Then it's come to the second step, call for, after getting approval, you have to call for quotation. Usually we get 3 quotation, but it's not mandatory. In special circumstances, you can go proceed with single quotation. It doesn't matter. If it is difficult to find, if it is cannot find the supplier, 3 suppliers in that area, okay, proceed with the single quotation. The third step is selecting the quotation. That means evaluation. Usually, simple way is the lowest bidder, selecting the lowest bidder. That thing also not mandatory, considering the quality and other warranty, quality and other considerable things. You can go for the higher quotation also. So after selecting the supplier, you can purchase or given by the purchase order. Then we come to the payment level. For the payment, we need 2 things. One thing is invoice, that is bill. Other one is good receive note. Good receive note is the confirmation from the relevant officer, relevant responsible officer, that confirming that item is received in proper way with the good quality, good condition, and it is entered to the inventory also. Then you can proceed with the payment. Then comes to the government income. The handling government income, it's not much in our hospital. Our income is mainly due to the medical certificates. So any income you should deposit into the government consolidated fund in daily basis. That is in the financial regulations. The money you cannot keep that money with you. If it is difficult to deposit in daily basis, at least try to deposit in weekly basis. Otherwise, you will be in trouble in audit. So, uh, do not keep with you that money, right? You cannot keep that government money with you. Then this is the very basic fundamental things. It is not actually the financial management, but as a habit, please check your salary slip when you get immediately when you get the salary slip. Please check that. The most of the times, the subject clerks, accounts clerks make mistakes, right? As a habit, please check that. Check your salary slip. Then make a habit of filing that salary slips. When you going to get a loan, when you're going to prove your salary, it will help you. Then remember the increment date and produce the increment form without any delay. We are losing a lot of money with that delay. With our busy schedules, we forget about it, and we not actually it's not forget about it. We are not paying much attention to our salary, so we will lose a lot of money with that. So proceed with that without delay. Then I would emphasize the research allowance. It is actually 1/3 of basic. That means every 3 months you got extra salary. So think about it. Try to do a research. It's a professional. It's good for the professionalism. It's good for the country. It's good for the yourself, your academic process. Then financially also you are benefited with research allowance. So consider about that. Uh, it's a great amount, so don't waste it. Before finishing my presentation, I would like to show a small video clip. I see something from you, but I don't know what
You and
is
I
it.
are not
Let's
very
see.
different from this flower. Just like this flower is unique,
all. Thank you very much for your listening. If you have any doubt, if you want to clarify anything regarding the financial management, those are, I'm talking about the very basic things and very common things. So, those are the things usually the commonly faced. So, all the best for your future. Um, if you have any doubt, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can email it or you can send a message in our chat box. Then we will answer that. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.